With all of these allegations against Chris Tyson, it seems like the floodgates have been open for claims about the entire MrBeast production team industrial complex. Claims that he is conducting illegal lotteries and promoting gambling to children, faking his videos, being unequipped to run his massive operation, resulting in physical injuries regarding the whole Amazon thing. There's a lot floating out there right now. And the main guy who brought a lot of these allegations to light has now apparently been served with a cease and desist to make him shut up. Meanwhile, the MrBeast channel is continuing with business as usual.
I just built this bunker, and these two people who have never met each other are going to attempt to live down here for the next 100 days.
Hey man, there's this whole like thing going on right now. I don't know if you've heard of it, Jimmy, but it kind of looks bad. It kind of looks bad, Jimmy. Please, Jimmy, destroy this accuser. Destroy him. Destroy the child.
Make him pay for what he did to MrBeast.
MrBeast shall feast on the blood of his enemies.
Jimmy Beast shall drink on the blood of the wicked.
An ex-employee of the MrBeast industrial complex known as Dawson, or Dogpack 404, has posted a video detailing a lot of the accusations against the guy, and the video opens up in a cornfield with this guy looking absolutely schizophrenic.
I recorded this before the Chris stuff came out. I was also going to come out about the Chris stuff probably in part 2 or 3. Because I see a lot of people saying like, oh, if you knew, why didn't you come forward? Why didn't you go to the authorities? Well, I was going to come forward. And also like going to the authorities isn't going to work because what are you going to say? Like you heard rumors that this person is this way or that, you know, there's obviously evidence of like the shad-based stuff. Like that's been out for a while. People have internally known at the company that like Chris is kind of a potential minors attracted person and the company protects her or they were protecting her and they protected her as long as they could. Jimmy knew, everyone knew. So, you know, which I think that's more of a red flag than anything I'm going to reveal in this video, but...
If this is true and MrBeast knew everything about the Chris thing, that is definitely a huge hit to the Beast brand, and this guy should, like, not be trusted again. It's hard to tell right now because we don't have definitive proof that Jimmy or anyone else at the company really knew about all this stuff or that anyone had reported it to him. This guy, who's an ex-employee claiming this, definitely adds a little bit of credibility to that, but once again, I'm going to have to see dead to rights proof that Jimmy knew that Chris was being a creeper before I just believe it, you know? I can't just take, like, this guy's word as bond in every situation. We definitely know that Jimmy at least vaguely knew about the Shadman stuff, which is bad and a huge brand risk, but I would be super curious to find out how much more knowledge there is from behind the scenes from Jimmy or people at the company knowing what Chris was into / up to, because I don't really know how deep that rabbit hole goes, you know? Also, can I say I just really respect Dogpack's like schizo grind? He looks like he just popped something serious and wandered out into the woods to hide from the Beast's industrial agents. Stay strong, buddy. It'll be okay.
MrBeast will feast on the blood of Dogpack 404.
In a court of law. The next thing he does is getting into how many of MrBeast's actions are done to make him seem like a trusted authority to kids so that he can better market products to them to basically make more money, right? He's taking advantage of vulnerable child psychology.
So young, impressionable viewers are made to believe that MrBeast is a trusted authority who can give them big rewards. These young viewers are explicitly shown that dedicated followers or random subscribers like themselves are winning big rewards when they do what MrBeast tells them. These young viewers are explicitly told repeatedly that if they subscribe, if they buy products or act in some way that benefits the brand, they will win big rewards. Trust MrBeast, watch him help others, contribute to his cause, and one day he'll help you too. That's the formula. Subscribe for a Lamborghini and to make you happy. You could be in one of these videos right now, and you might get pictures next to it. You might get $100,000. Subscribe to the next video. Subscribe and you might win a free car. Subscribe for a free car. I love all of subscribe and you can come next time. I give you $100,000. Subscribe again. Subscribe and you can win.
And this basically builds into a narrative that becomes a little clearer later in the video, because at first, when I watched this, I was like, I don't give a shit. But it's all kind of part of a greater thing. You just kind of got to watch the whole thing. So from here, he gets into his evidence that many of the MrBeast videos on YouTube are actually fake. According to him, many of them are scripted, pre-planned, and the winners are actually chosen by the production team rather than some kind of fair system being implemented where whoever really wins these challenges wins the competition.
You know, because what we do is non-scripted, so you have to plan for a bunch of variables that you can't control, blah, blah. If what we did was scripted, holy shit, this stuff would be easy to pump out.
Now, Dawson points out some stuff here that I straight up don't care about, like explosions being fake or aspects of the videos being computer-generated images. He contrasts that with clips of MrBeast himself saying that the videos are totally real, and then showing that many of them are not. Now, if that's what you care about, that's totally, you know, on you to care about that. But I don't really care if the videos are fake or not. I just kind of assumed that many of his videos are not real because they're just too ridiculous to be real. Like $1 island versus $1 million island. Geez, I'm shocked that the $1 island is not actually $1. That's like breaking my mind right now.
This raccoon is a paid actor.
Like, I'm sorry, but I just don't care about the random raccoon being a paid actor. I know how this builds into a greater narrative though, because in isolation, this point is kind of whatever, but the point that Dawson's getting at here is to show how this brand of trust that MrBeast has, where his child fans think that the videos are real, this is used to fake these videos, and then it allows MrBeast to seem like a trusted authority who can then basically use his audience to sell and market products to children. And then Dawson drops the big bomb, okay? Illegal gambling. Allegedly in Minecraft. Please do not sue me. I do not know what happened. I'm just reporting. I'm just a friendly reporter, commentary guy reporting the news, okay? I have no true opinion. I'm a soulless husk, as you all know.
The FTC defines a lottery as containing 3 elements: a valuable prize, random chance, and consideration, which can be time or effort, but in most cases is just payment. To successfully run a contest or a sweepstakes, you must eliminate one of these factors. A contest, for example, eliminates chance, and a sweepstakes eliminates consideration. In determining if any MrBeast giveaways have been illegal lotteries, we need to identify a prize, which is distributed through random chance and cannot be won without spending money.
Now, I don't know if whatever Dawson's alleging here is illegal. I'm not a lawyer, but what Dawson says here is compelling for sure, and he even cites FTC guidelines to show this. And then our schizo friend gets into the actual specific events that he claims are the illegal lotteries that Jimmy and his team have conducted. Firstly, the signed shirt giveaway to celebrate 40 million subscribers from back in 2020. Dawson shows MrBeast running this giveaway and basically saying, hey guys, we're selling these shirts, and for some of you guys, you'll be given a big prize. 2 orders in the next 5 minutes will get $500. He says, not me. Someone else is going to get $1,000 in the next 5 minutes, $2,000, $3,000. You just got to enter the giveaway, guys, by buying a shirt. And this is all on a 6-hour-long live stream where they were doing this the entire time. Dawson claims that there were 46 illegal unregulated lotteries conducted throughout this, which are breaking FTC guidelines.
These lotteries are also run poorly. Multiple times they would say something like, buy in the next 5 minutes for a chance to win. And then 7 minutes later go, actually, the newest order in 30 seconds is gonna win.
In 5 minutes, we're gonna do the same thing again. We're gonna put $1,000 in a random order. Hey, Daryl, don't we owe someone $1,000?
We do.
Yeah, so, all right, so the newest order, in 30 seconds, we are gonna put $1,000 in your package.
And this is just haphazardly done by MrBeast, apparently with no real clear guidelines behind how this giveaway works. MrBeast will change the prize from the original time frame with a new time frame, so if someone bought it wanting to get that prize from the time he originally said, they would be to not actually be able to enter because he's like changing the rules all the time. And Dawson goes on to describe that this fits the FTC's definition of an illegal lottery, and he also describes how MrBeast lied by saying that they're doing too many giveaways to make a profit, which from everything he's showing does not seem to be the case. In fact, it's completely the inverse. Like, he would have to do way more giveaways to not make a profit off of these shirts.
My guy over there doing the numbers is like, stop, please. It's like, you do realize every time you give away an Xbox and $1,000, you don't make money. I'm like, oh, I know we're not gonna make money. What are we doing, guys? We're gonna check after this stream and it's gonna be like,
oh no, what a waste.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna break neutral.
When there was just no way they were ever even close to losing money on this stream.
I don't know who this is, but you just got a pair of AirPods. Oh my gosh, we're not making money. Guys, we need to stop giving everyone something.
We've just lost like 7
almost everything that someone's bought, we put something in their package. I'm not gonna make money.
In 5 hours, they gave away about $50,000 worth of stuff and sold over 50,000 t-shirts. Selling these t-shirts at $42 each, profit margin would be about $22. But even if they were making like $1 per shirt, they would still be fine. Also, by my estimates, only 1 in every 1,600 orders actually won a prize. And I guarantee he has real-time analytics on his laptop. He knows they make more money every time he says, oh my God, guys, we're giving away so much stuff. We're not even gonna make a profit. Please, don't you want me to make a profit? That's why he keeps saying it. Also, they just don't show how winners are picked. So it's probably not actually random. You know, humans have biases. Imagine Jimmy tells the guy off camera, hey, pick a name right now. And he sees 2 names, one is easy to pronounce, one is not. This is why lotteries are heavily regulated, to ensure fairness. Also, obviously, you have to be 18 to play the lottery. It's gambling. MrBeast isn't just promoting gambling to children here, he's running the casino.
As you can see here, Dawson makes a very compelling case for all this, and honestly, it's difficult to see how MrBeast could be in the right here with this. Ultimately, I guess the only way to know definitively is if there's something that Dawson is misrepresenting or lying about, right? Because that would kind of change the narrative, or maybe if Beast himself responds at some point, which we have not seen yet, or I guess if the FTC gets involved, which may actually happen considering how famous Jimmy and his brand is and how much money they probably made from doing these giveaways. I wouldn't be shocked if they were to get involved in some way. I think that Dawson himself said he reported them to the FTC, which is, you know, what he should do. It's his due diligence as a citizen if he believes a crime is committed, so maybe they'll be looking into it. At the very, very least, to do devil's advocate here, to like play Jimmy's side a little bit, which I'm kind of trying really hard to do, to be honest, because I think he's kind of dead to rights. I think the most charitable thing I could say is that Jimmy should have checked in with federal regulators first if he hadn't already, to make sure all of this is up to code before he did it. And you know what? I have to own up to something, okay, guys? Because, you know, people wanted me to watch this on stream and, you know, to talk about it, to go over it. And I watched the first 10 minutes of the video and I instantly got bored. I did not give a shit. But the more you watch, okay, and I promise you this, the more you watch, the more damning it actually gets. And you just got to watch through like the whole video to really see how bad it gets. Because Dawson then shows how MrBeast did giveaways through his candy brand Feastables. I'm very glad that Feastables is getting attention finally, because in my experience, they taste like shit. I've had them all, okay? I've had the normal one. I've had the D's Nuts one. They both suck. I think I had the crunchy one at one point. That one sucked. They're all just bad. They're bad candy. They don't taste better than Hershey's. MrBeast was like, they taste way better than Hershey's. He was having people try it. I think he went on the Nelk podcast and that guy Bradley Martin was like, I love Feastables. No, you don't. They suck. Nobody has ever enjoyed a Feastables bar in their entire life. I guarantee it. This is a 100% doctor-approved fact from high on up. Donald Trump told me specifically to say this. Feastables sucks, okay? I hate Feastables.
I'm kicking off Feastables with something I've always wanted to do. 10 random bars are gonna have a mystery ticket inside of them, and if you get this mystery ticket, we will fly you out to compete for a chocolate factory in one of our videos. And on top of that, Chandler, we're giving away over $1 million in other prizes to random people that buy the bars.
Dude, I need to buy these.
I need to buy these. Meanwhile, Chandler is now just like repenting on TikTok for his grave sin of giving millions of children diabetes.
Today's reading is from the book of John, chapter 1, verse 1. It says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Now this is a powerful verse because it says the Word was with God and the Word was God. So this is God's Word and this is God. It says right here, the Word was God.
Not that I actually care. I mean, I want to give children diabetes. I want to give everyone diabetes, frankly. As much as possible, in fact. In the future, guys, when I sell something way worse, don't be surprised, okay? I'm going to sell something way less healthy than Feastables. It's going to be like cigarettes mixed with cotton candy mixed with video games, okay? I'm going to put it all together, all the things kids love, cigarettes, cotton candy, and video games, and I'm going to sell that. My only promise is that these kids won't be getting cancer because, you know, it's going to be a delicious, tasty treat, so they won't get metaphorical cancer. They might get actual cancer from the cigarettes, but that's not really my problem. You know, it is what it is. Enter at your own risk. But on a serious note, these bars were used to push giveaways where your chocolate bar would enter you to win a prize. And the entry website to get into this giveaway is so funny because it literally has a slot machine graphic on it. It looks just like gambling.
So I am absolutely pigging out on Feastables, and I'm trying to do this. MrBeast is teaching us gambling?
And all of this is shown to claim that MrBeast is pushing gambling onto children, which, if true, is definitely horrible. Not only is it a massive brand risk, it's like completely immoral. You know, I think if you're an adult and you want to gamble, whatever, do what you want. But there's a reason why we have laws against gambling for children. Research actually shows that children introduced to what some may call harmless betting by age 12 are 4 times more likely to have a gambling problem later on in their life. And we have to draw a line somewhere in the sand because obviously, as a society, as we all know, gambling is always going to happen to some extent. You can't really ban it outright for everyone. From online casinos to real casinos to sports betting, people love to play the odds. And you know what? Whatever. If you want to throw your money into an endless money pit, be my guest. It's not really my problem. When kids are involved, that is when things take a step too far. I don't think kids should be allowed to gamble in any way, shape, or form. And I think if it were proven in court that Beast Industries Incorporated.com gay stuff with Chris Tyson Incorporated, Mr. Carl Jr., whatever the I think if it was proven in court that they were pushing illegal lotteries and gambling onto kids, then he would face hefty fines, if not worse. Gambling being accessible to kids is actually something the FTC has been making notes of for a while and been taking some focus to, with former FTC chairman Timothy J. Murris announcing results showing that 100 popular gambling sites can easily be accessed by minors, and that minors are often exposed to ads on non-gambling sites, which then gets them down the gambling rabbit hole. And this can be a hard thing to regulate because many of these ads are posted by businesses from outside of the reach of the FTC like Russia or stuff like that. So really the most they can do is crack down on American companies for this with big fines. But the question of course becomes, will MrBeast actually face any legal repercussions himself, or is he going to be fine? Well, a channel called Upper Echelon would post a video claiming that some of Beast's behavior definitely crosses the line into illegal territory and makes a pretty compelling case.
Buy another shirt in the next 10 minutes and we'll put, I don't know, $5,000 in the bag for one of you lucky people. Or some of you, or every one for the next like 2 minutes gets $100. Like when he's saying stuff like that, and when he decides that the video isn't entertaining enough, so he does things spontaneously that, you know, to change the outcome, that crosses the border from predatory and technically non-illegal to flat out blatantly indefensible, totally illegal.
Now, I'm not an expert here, and as far as I know, neither are these guys, but from everything I can tell, from everything I can read about this, I think they're probably right. Now, after this video came out, MrBeast or someone on his team removed the giveaway stream, so they're not available publicly. Definitely not a good look. It makes you think something fishy might be going on here, you know, makes you think, oh, what's going on here? What's happening? Why are they hiding these live streams? Could it be because they know they up? I mean, I guess if you want to play devil's advocate, once again, you could say they just don't want the bad publicity from them because people think it's illegal, but it's not actually illegal, so maybe that's an explanation. But after all this happened, Dawson actually received 2 cease and desists from firms claiming to represent Jimmy Donaldson, aka the Antichrist, where they are basically telling him he needs to stop posting videos about MrBeast, and also that he's violating the enforceable terms in his confidentiality and non-disclosure agreements from when he worked at MrBeast, because as I said, he was a former employee for a short amount of time. The thing about this, though, is that most of what he showed in his videos is already public knowledge. There's like a few little things he showed that are like behind the scenes stuff, but most of what he picked up on is actually stuff that was live on MrBeast's channel for years. It's just that nobody had really put the pieces together and looked into it and made a video about it, you know, because nobody thought that MrBeast, the most brand-friendly, careful guy on YouTube, was capable of doing something stupid enough like pushing illegal gambling on kids. Like nobody had even considered this. I also hadn't. I mean, in the past, I've defended MrBeast a lot when people would say like, oh, his giveaways suck because he's not addressing capitalism, which is just like, who cares, right? But now we actually have like a clear-cut thing to criticize MrBeast for with this video. Now, Dawson also claimed to be getting strange text messages from MrBeast employees, which seem to maybe be fake employees or someone trying to intimidate him, according to Dawson. Here he says, my number got leaked, apparently from a MrBeast employee named Kaylee. I've been getting texts from former MrBeast employees. Text I received last night claims that James wants to have private investigators start following me and looking into my family's social media accounts to find ways to discredit me. Apparently, the best narrative they have right now is that I'm a crazy, drug-addicted MrBeast superfan that got hired for trying to steal company funds. And these texts, when you read them, if they're real, I'm just gonna give Dawson the benefit of the doubt and assume that these are real texts, okay? Because I don't have a reason to think he's lying right now. I really don't even like reading these out loud because they give me the willies, so to speak, okay? The goosebumps, the heebie-jeebies even. I feel like smiledog.exe is like right behind me. Jeff the Killer is there. I feel like I'm in grave danger. So let it be known, okay? I'm going to read these out for you guys. If Sonic.exe visits your house as a result of me reading this, it is not my fault, okay? Whatever you do, don't call Chris Tyson at 3 a.m., though. I do maintain that. If Chris Tyson's ghost comes to your house at 3 a.m., I will take full responsibility for that, and you can sue me, okay? I'm going to go bankrupt. Dude, has anyone at Beast contacted you about the posts you're making? I've been reading the NDA over to see what I can and can't post because I'd like to move on with my life and try having some type of social media presence. Not planning on ever mentioning I worked at MrBeast, but if I got out, or if somehow, some way I accidentally mentioned it, I wanted to make sure I wasn't going to get sued to all hell. Also, if you're going to post my message for proof you worked at Beast, I don't care. Just don't show my phone number. You can save it how you want. Also, I got your number from Kaylee. I don't have access to anything Beast like Slack or anything. Obviously, I'm not a Beast employee. I'm a former employee. Someone else I know told me they texted you on Reddit talking about Kaylee and Leroy. Who is Leroy? Leroy Jenkins? Ooh, whoa, new conspiracy. Leroy Jenkins! I'm not that person, and I won't mention any current or former Beast employees because of an NDA. Now, here we have another message, and it says, Dawson, I'm texting you anonymously to let you know that I heard James wants to have private investigators start following you and looking into every detail of your life. He wants them to reach out to your former employers, find all your social media accounts, your family social media accounts, videos of you, anything. They already have a Google Doc listing possible ways to discredit you, including you're on drugs and have mental health problems, your mom is bipolar, you are an obsessed superfan, you were crying begging for your job back after they fired you, you tried to steal company funds, etc. I don't know what's true and what's not, but personally, I really think you should just take everything down as soon as possible. If you take it down, they'll leave you alone. So this is kind of like an intimidating message, right? This is like a very like, hey man, I'm concerned for you, but also all this bad stuff's gonna happen to you unless you take the video down and then it'll stop. So Dawson then shows a video of some messages he got from that person, once again, from this concerned party party where he says WTF, and then they reply with stop, just like STOP. And he's like, what? And they say hashtag stop, like they're tweeting. And then he says, this is so creepy, and it is. And they say hashtag leave, as if they're using some kind of like automated messaging service or something. This is what you do when T-Mobile texts you saying Slenderman's coming to your house, by the way, or Chris Tyson texts you. Try it, it works, okay? 3 a.m. challenge accepted. But this definitely looks weird. It's got me scratching my beard. Why am I doing that? I don't really do that. I'm not that kind of guy, okay? Tom's not the guy to scratch his beard. But it almost looks like there's someone on the MrBeast team and they're sending him messages acting concerned, but in reality, they're trying to get him to stop talking about everything that is going on and stop harming the Beast brand. Now, we don't know if that's the case. Keep in mind, these messages could be from some total unrelated schizo that, you know, is texting him because his number got leaked or something, but it is interesting. Now, Dawson goes on to try to clear up the accusation that he's some kind of drug user, which is mostly associated with parts of the video where he looks kind of schizo. It's kind of easy to tell that this is a bit, though. I mean, he's not being really serious, but, you know, if you're retarded, maybe you would think he is.
Hi, I wanted to provide some context to this video. I'm a former MrBeast employee, and today I am alleging that the company rigged videos and did illegal lotteries and sold fake signatures. I would consider that fraud, okay? Thank you. Enjoy the video.
Bro really hit the full card here, guys. Skibidi, Roblox Nugget, skull emoji, skull emoji, skull emoji. Destroy the child. MrBeast will destroy the child. I'm gay. Scratching my chin hair at that because it's confusing. To be clear, because some people can't tell when I'm joking, I've never been a drug user. Weed makes me anxious. I tried microdosing mushrooms for depression and anxiety for a week over 3 months ago. Honestly, the taste made me sick, so I stopped. Wouldn't recommend anyone to use illicit drugs, but I consider myself to be an advocate for psychedelic research. Bro is just like Lex Friedman and Elon Musk and Joe Jogan. He's like Jogan.
Let me ask a Joe Rogan question. Do you think they'll be... I just recently taken ayahuasca. Do you think...
These guys are absolute monkeys, in my opinion, just based on this video. Just listen to how Elon Musk laughs. Tell me this guy is not the Antichrist too, okay? He's evil. Now, Dawson would go on to do an interview on Oompaville's channel where he talked about all this stuff and clarified some questions and concerns that some may have around it. And he says he'll be putting out more videos on the MrBeast question in the future, possibly, maybe, possibly in the future. And he says that MrBeast may have actually put trash on a beach and then cleaned it up for a video, allegedly in Minecraft.
I've also heard like he was exposed for trashing a beach, essentially. This was like a controversy a while ago, but it didn't get much attention. And I've heard that it was the philanthropy side of the business that actually went and cleaned up the beach instead of like his production company. So it's like that could be shady, but
Right. Huh. Yeah, because that's where my biggest kind of like problems lie with all this stuff is the lack of transparency from like business dealings intrinsically. Because it's cool to have someone be honest and everything when you're running a business, but like from the creator side of it, to be as successful as he is, or to be as successful really as any, you have to do things occasionally that are immoral, but you don't have to use your charity company to clean up a beach that you messed up.
So what I'm gathering here from the accusation is that the claim is that MrBeast did help in cleaning up some beaches, but the allegation is that for these videos to make them better, he also deliberately put trash on some beaches and then cleaned them up on camera to make them look more watchable, make it look like he and his team, the production team, were actually doing it, when in reality it was these like charitable organizations. Now, I tried looking online for this claim and I couldn't really find any merit to it, so maybe this will come up in the future, maybe it'll come to light if that's real, maybe it won't, who knows. But there have also been some responses from people on the inside of the Matrix here in relation to Dogpack's video. People who were mentioned in the video, people who work for MrBeast have been saying like, hey, this is not true, this is not the way it went. At one point in the video, Dogpack discusses a young man who won the $1 million challenge through a MrBeast video and then apparently didn't receive financial support from him after the fact, despite MrBeast saying that he would.
I talked to Jimmy after I won $1 million, after I finally like got the remaining amount in my bank account. I was telling him, I was like, man, I don't want to fail. I don't want to be like how everybody's saying, like I'm gonna run out of money and do all this crazy stuff. I was like, man, Jimmy, please help me. And he said he was gonna help me and we was gonna invest, but yeah, that didn't happen. So
if you actually watch this video, you know, MrBeast does say that they're not going to be irresponsible, that they're going to try to set Mark up for life, and that they are going to help him with investing.
What we're actually going to do is be responsible and try to set Mark up for his future. So we're going to make smart purchases like a house, cars, and do some investing.
But according to Mark, MrBeast only gave him an hour to plan what house to buy and then gave him only 24 hours to spend the bulk of his money for a video.
Time. I wish I would have had more time, and I wish I would have planned out stuff better. Like that was the best example I can give you is when we had planned out the house and stuff. I literally had an hour. He had somebody come to my house and we sat down and we planned all this, in an hour. Yeah, they came to my house and we planned this out, and yeah, in about an hour. So I wish I would have had more time, and I wish I would have did a couple things differently on the time management side.
I mean, Dawson's using this to show that MrBeast didn't actually try to help set up Mark for a good future. Instead, he just gave him the money for content and didn't actually follow through with trying to help him on how to invest that money and make it grow and be set up on the long term. And on one hand, I think in his video, the point was kind of compelling. It was, I think, weaker than the rest, but it was kind of compelling. But I mean, how much can you really complain when you just won $1 million from some dumbass YouTube video? I remember watching this and thinking, like, I would be shocked if Mark was actually mad about this. Now, Mark would actually respond on Twitter where he said, "I see everyone's been tagging me saying MrBeast did me wrong when that's not even remotely true." In this video, I explained that we didn't invest when Jimmy said we would, but I also said that Jimmy for 4 years straight kept me financially straight without ever asking me for anything. So please stop saying that when he did help me. My experience is not the same as everyone else. And I think this may have been the weakest point from Dawson's video, apart from the raccoon thing, obviously, because like who cares? Because at the end of the day, the guy himself doesn't even seem upset about it, so I understand why he's upset about his story being used here to prove a larger point when he doesn't even give a shit, right? Now, Dawson would respond by trying to explain himself and why he put that in the video, saying, "I put the part where you said I'm not calling anyone a liar because I know what the internet does in the video to protect you from criticism. However, Jimmy did lie about helping you invest, and I don't think he helped you make financially smart decisions either, especially when he was taking you to car dealerships and consumer electronic stores, encouraging you to spend your winnings with little thought. Also, I'm curious, when you were first competing in the challenges, how upfront were they to you about their plans to do the spending $1 million in 24 hours video?" And then Mark himself would go on to make a video talking about how he basically didn't even give a shit about any of this, and he was like not mad at all.
Jimmy did change my life in such a big way, and I seen all of the stones that was getting thrown at him, so I wanted to ease it up a little bit.
So yeah, I mean, unless this guy is being paid off, I don't really think he cares too much about that, you know? It's his right to like not be mad about this if he genuinely doesn't care. Like, you can't really take that away from him, you know? But with the video by Dogpack getting millions of views, someone from the MrBeast team fired off, okay, from the Beast Hellfires to respond with a long thread about it, basically going over his opinion on the MrBeast video and saying this guy is a piece of shit. I quickly want to debunk some info in this video since the guy who made it was on my team. It was my decision to fire him for erratic behavior. He worked at the company for less than a month and wasn't an employee for most of the videos he mentions to have knowledge on. There's so much in this video, and I want to specifically address him saying our videos are fake or staged, because this is not true, and I was on set for many of these videos. Quote, "You won't get in a video unless you're family or friends with someone that works at Beast." This is a wild statement that can easily be proven wrong. There's probably hundreds or thousands of people who have no affiliation to friends or family of Beast employees. Think the 456 people in Squid Game or ages 1 to 100 video. Jimmy doesn't know more than like a dozen of those people. LOL, laugh out loud. He's laughing, crying, emojiing at this. The train track was CGI, the bus wheels are CGI, the pit is fake. He acts like he's exposing us for using CGI to make backgrounds look cool, and we've done multiple public behind the scenes videos with So Crispy actually showing this. It's clearly not a secret. On top of that, we did drive buses in that pit, and same with the train that you claim we didn't. So he's basically saying here, there is CGI, but it's just to enhance the videos. We didn't actually really fake that much in terms of substance of the video. Quote, "The raccoon was a paid actor." I don't even know what to say about this. Clearly not an actor. You're wrong, actually. The raccoon is a hyper-intelligent being and is best friends with MrBeast. And the raccoon also knew about the Chris Tyson allegations, and I think we need to interview him. Chucky, okay? Interview the raccoon, see what he knew. You ask the raccoon if he knew, and the raccoon's like, "I'm actually a big fan of Shadman. I love Shadman so much." Island cost more than $1. Not true, we did pay $1 for the island. You can Google MrBeast purchases Outer Banks Island for $1, which stated this before the video was released. Ooh, getting saucy. It was a $1 island. I was wrong. Everyone was wrong. It is a $1 island. Allegations debunked. Quote, "He moved into a mansion 2 months before being in a video. $1 million mansion." He talks about how 2 months before we filmed the first Mac video that he moved into a mansion, Mac was staying at a friend's house, and I'm not sure how that proves anything or why it's relevant. Quote, "This wink was added in post." Bruh, he really did wink. This is a flat out lie again. Quote, "The revenge storyline was added in post. He implies 42 and 58 was scripted and not real. The contestants themselves have talked about this on streams they did after the video. They legit didn't like each other." He also claimed 58 was on the far opposite side and didn't hear him. Just because he was on the other side of the room, you don't think 58 heard him yell? How on earth would he know? Quote, "Not only were the results of this video completely scripted, but the contestants are not random subscribers." He claims our 100 boys versus 100 girls video is scripted, and the proof is a random text saying it is. That's it. It was not scripted. Jimmy probably had countless people on set for that video, and it would have been impossible to hide. This video was not scripted. I was on set for this, and there was no bias for who won. He also implies the video is fake because we have some employees on each team. The employees in the video were there to fill in for people who tested positive for COVID last minute right before filming. Thea, Jimmy's GF, mentioned this on a podcast over a year ago. If it wasn't for Bovid virus, they would have not been in it. They had the same money on the line as everyone else. Some random text of someone thinking it was rigged doesn't mean it's rigged. He also suggested the real-time video was fake. This is not fake. It was a nightmare to make this video, and it was legit filmed in 10 minutes. Also, I think some of the MrBeast giveaways are fake. fake. We do not fake giveaways. I've been hands-on with some of them and have personally been the person to connect winners with our accounting department to get paid. You also suggested that we didn't spend $1 million on Samsung phones, and I can assure you we did. Another lie from you. I could keep going, but I don't want this to be long. It already kind of is, bro. Just finish it. Please give me more content.
I want to steal your content.
Dawson himself said on Reddit that he was on shrooms and weed when filming this video, which might explain some of the made-up stuff. Dawson was only employed from March 25th, 2024, and was let go on April 19th, 2024. He was on a 90-day trial, and we ended it early and paid him out to June 25th, as we guarantee the 90 days of pay so he could transition into a new job. I'd appreciate it if everyone reading this could help dispel all the fake rumors by spreading this info. Now, some of this comes down to a character assassination attempt, basically saying that Dawson's crazy, so it can't be trusted. Some of the points are kind of interesting. I just wish there was more substance to the claims being made against Dawson, like screenshots, video links, more detailed analysis on how the videos are not fake. And most importantly, I really wish that they had focused on the claim of illegal gambling, which was never even addressed from this video. Like, this thread from Chucky doesn't even say the word gambling in it, so I'm really confused why you would not address the biggest claim, unless maybe this person just doesn't want to deal with that claim, or maybe they think it's true, or they feel like they're not knowledgeable enough. I don't really know, but I feel like that's the biggest thing from this video to hit on, which is the idea that MrBeast is running illegal lotteries. But Dogpack would respond both with memes about it and also a long response he made himself, where he calls into questions the intentions and points made by Chucky. Good character assassination attempt. You leave out my unpaid trial period and also my time working for Idea Guys, a company for which MrBeast is a client. The founder of Idea Guys also had to get permission from MrBeast to hire me, so it's weird you guys wouldn't tell him I was erratic. Also, weed and shrooms are an obvious joke. W Riz, my friend. W Riz, do not smoke weed. Jimmy doesn't know more than like a dozen people. You expect people to believe this? How many people do his employees know? Who is a contestant in Train vs. Pit? How about Lambo vs. Shredder? How did Ava's cousin Justin get into the Chocolate Factory video? Or Della Vlogs? CGI is, quote, clearly not secret. Cool, so when Jimmy was accused of using too much CGI in Train vs. Pit, why did he deny it on Twitter? Quote, the raccoon was a paid actor. Bruh. He says, bruh. You expect people to believe Chris and Chandler were just petting an actual wild raccoon? Quote, from your own source on the island, the transfer tax was $1 and the company also paid $27 in tax and fees for the property. Also, you leased it back to the owner for $0. $1 plus 27 equals $28. I mean, yeah, but it's just like, I feel like this is such a nothing point. Like, to focus on, like, from both people to focus on this is just like from the beginning. Like, who cares? Quote, this wink was added in post. It was, compare that wink to the contestant's other winks in other scenes or his TikToks. His mouth always partially opens. Here that doesn't happen because in the original footage it was a blink, altered to match the false revenge narrative. Ooh, the fake blinking allegations. It's over! It's over. It's literally over, guys. Interesting how you didn't mention altering the timers or contestant dialogue in post. Not only were the results of this video completely scripted, but the contestants are not random subscribers. You acknowledge that the contestants were not random subscribers, but refuse to acknowledge the clear rigging, which can be seen multiple times on camera. Please watch Upper Echelon's video analyzing case law regarding this rigging. Also, I've now heard from people on the boys team that they were fed much later than the girls, and the production was clearly favoring the boys. Upper Echelon's video also goes into the alleged illegal lotteries, which he describes as seemingly completely indefensible. You conveniently forgot to address those as well. And you're right, Chucky did not address that. These people are completely at odds, and what makes this story so great is that you have like MrBeast, literally the biggest guy on the platform, the most famous, most industrious, most successful YouTuber of all time. He's got hundreds of employees, massive operation, and he's being supposedly exposed by a former employee off the back of a giant controversy about his friend being a creep. And this video that Dogpack posted has gone pretty viral for a new channel. I mean, he literally had like no following before this. This video now has 10 million views. I'm talking about it. Every streamer, including me, is also talking about it. Let's see, how can I make this more about me? I feel like I should be the center of the story. Honestly, just give it all to me. Dogpack, give me your video. I want it, frankly. Like, just re-record it all with me making it. I think that would make it better. I want the clout, but you can keep the cease and desist. I don't really want that smoke, to be honest. There's not really a lot in that for me. So you can keep those. You can collect them like Pokemon cards and just give me the video. As of now, we don't really know where this is all going to go. MrBeast himself has yet to respond. Dogpack was talking about doing a part 2 to his video, which he teased at the end.
So like, have your hand reaching for it and then like be like shocked. Like you're, yeah. Now act a little surprised. Like be like really shocked with your mouth open.
But that's yet to be released as of me recording this. I mean, I personally really want to see if he was faking this giveaway to like a minimum wage pizza delivery dude. I mean, that would be, I think, pretty horrendous if he faked the reaction to all of that. But we don't, know yet, I guess. We don't have enough context. But that clip I just saw, like, I don't really know how I can defend that, But I'm curious to see what Dawson says in his next video. I mean, this video alone of the pizza guy is so damning. I don't even know how Jimmy would explain this. But what's the real takeaway from all of this? Like, what's the real closer on all this situation? A lot of people are asking me, what's my thoughts? Well, frankly, it's that Beast Burger sucks a donkey dick. Feastable sucks dick. It's always been trash. I hate it. It's always sucked. No one wants to eat the Carl grilled cheese. No one wants to eat the Chris Beast Burger. Nobody wants to eat this. Unless you're taking hormones, I guess, then maybe you do want to eat both of those. This guy on Twitter faked an item called Chris's Kitty Dog, which is, you know, misinformation, but also I found it funny, so kind of torn on that. You know, the whole question with misinformation is like, does its funniness outweigh the harm it may do? This one's definitely very funny. Unfortunately, some people, including me, thought it was real at first, but it is really funny, so that's the dilemma here. People are making animations of Chris trying to rizz up children, which are pretty awesome, I would say.
Chris, go away. Rizz up kids another day.
And who is our strongest super soldier throughout all of this? The #1 hater from the beginning of the Feastables, MrBeast, Beastables, Burger King, Beast Burger brand? Well, the answer is none other than Tommy Innit, a true American patriot. Round of applause.
We're here with Mr. Breast. Now we're going to be burger reviewing in 3, 2, 1.
If you don't say that tastes amazing, you're an idiot. This guy's playing it up. He's just trying to get a barrel short. You're insane.
You know what, Jimmy?
Best burger you've ever had?
It is a 6.5 out of 10, baby.
Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you very much.
And then he kicked me out.
Anyway, thanks for watching my video. I'll see you all in tomorrow's video, where I shove the Carl's grilled cheese into my ear canal to the point where I no longer can hear at all. Frankly, at this point, because MrBeast's channel is falling down, I don't value my own life whatsoever. So, in Minecraft, though. Goodbye.
Destroy the child. Destroy the beast child. I'm the beast burger. Nader. Burger. N-word. Burger. Joe Rogan. I'm watching you.